Hello once again everybody, it's Rare Tangent. If you haven't noticed, I actually have a different skin on. This is one that I custom made in my free time. It's one that I'm going to be using for the rest of the series and probably the rest of my Minecraft experience. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this video. Now it is still nighttime out, so what we're going to want to do is wait for nighttime to pass. If you're daring enough, you could go out and do some fighting. I'll actually demonstrate some of the monsters. Now, we did do a creeper, and I showed you what an enderman looked like. So I'll show you what a skeleton, a spider, and various other monsters are. Now, spiders are docile during the day, but at nighttime they become hostile. And that skeleton you see right there is an archer. Now, they can shoot at you from a great distance and attack rather quickly. You can block by holding down the right mouse button, but hopefully you'll be able to kill them before they get to you. Without any armor, they are quite challenging. But once you get some armor and maybe a bow, they're really no trouble at all. Just to demonstrate some more of how the spiders act. There they are. Now we do have a couple creepers out here, so I'm going to lure them away because they are quite dangerous. I believe with the stone sword they take about 4 hits. So yeah, there you go. Next monster would be a zombie. These are the most basic monsters there are. Where'd that other creeper go? They basically just run into you and do damage. Nothing out of the ordinary. In one of the recent updates, they changed the way zombies act. They can break down wooden doors, and they can also pick up any item that they come across. So if you die and a zombie runs over your body, they could pick up your iron armor, your diamond sword, whatever it may be, and use that against you. I'm not sure if they can use bows. I haven't actually experienced that or even thought about it up until now, so we might have to test that later on. I did take quite a beating out there, and as you can see, my health bar has regenerated. As long as you are above 8 drumsticks for your food bar, your health will regenerate. Anything under that, and you will not regenerate any health, and you will start to starve until the point where your hunger bar is empty, and then it'll drain your health. So, you always want to make sure that you have about 9 drumsticks, preferably 10. But, I mean, that's only in perfect circumstances. What I wanted to focus on in this video is the whole gathering food process. So there are tons of zombies out here, or tons of cows, I'm sorry. So I am actually going to just gather up some steak if I don't get killed by spiders. Now, zombies and skeletons do burn in the daytime. As you can see, they're burning over there. Their fire will be put out if they are underwater or in shade. So if they're in those types of areas, they won't actually catch fire. But as you can see, he picked up that arrow that the skeleton had dropped. So there's a herd of cows over here. I'm gonna go ahead and just gather up some steak. And that creeper did literally come out of nowhere. So, you just gotta keep your eyes out for him. Now my hunger bar is getting low. I'm gonna eat a steak here and continue on gathering some more food. My sword has broken, So I'm going to have to punch these cows. If you don't have a sword on you, an axe actually has the second highest damage ratio on it. So if your sword is broken, stone axe or diamond axe or whatever it may be, would be your next best bet. Now, just for sake of convenience, I'm going to go ahead and make another sword. I don't think I have demonstrated the method to creating an axe, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just going to make a couple sticks, and an axe is made just like that. With, you know, the 3 cobblestone kind of as the head of the axe. I actually don't have enough cobblestone for a sword and an axe, so I'm going to go ahead and make a secondary sword, because I really feel I need that sword more than I do the axe right now. I'll go ahead and gather up some stone here, hopefully within the time that the video is over. If you do sprint and attack, it does a knockback. If you are falling and you attack, it does the little stars. And that would in turn mean a critical strike. I'm not quite sure what the critical damage ratio is. That's something you guys will have to look up on the wiki that I will post below in the description. But here we go. We've got some more coal. I'm going to go ahead and gather this. But as you can see in my hotbar at the bottom of the screen, I have 29 pieces of steak, 10 pieces of leather that the cows had dropped, which we can use to create the lowest level of armor, which is still better than what we've had before. So I'm going to go back up, gather a couple pieces of cobblestone, because we're going to need to make some stone tools. Stone tools don't last very long, so that's what we're going to want to do here. I missed a piece of leather. And there are some more cows. There is sugarcane over on the other side of this lake. We can use those to create paper, sugar for cakes, and other various things. We can make a sugarcane farm. I will demonstrate that later on in the series. Right now that isn't one of our priorities. So I am going to try and locate our house here, which is right over this hill. And I'm going to start cooking up some steak. 35. You have some more coal. Throw that in there. I'm going to go ahead and create that axe. And I will show you guys how to make a bow. I believe it's like this. Yep. 3 string and 3 sticks in like a sideways U. And that's a bow. Normally in the crafting area, you form the shape of the item. Like here's the drawstring and then the actual bow itself. And then we have a bow. Unfortunately, we only have 1 arrow right now. So we aren't really going to use this bow a whole lot. Once we start to get a chicken farm, we can start to make our own arrows. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to make some armor. Now, using leather, form the shape of the armor piece, chest piece. There's a little spot for your neck there. And you can do the leg plates, you know, like 2 legs and then your hips. You can also do the boots, and you can also do a helmet, just like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a chest piece, because that provides the most armor. And I'm going to create a helmet. We'll hold on to that other leather for now, and I'll go ahead and show you guys how to equip the armor. There is a head slot, a chest slot, legs, and boot slot. You can right click, thought you could right click it, shift right click, and it'll automatically equip it in the appropriate spot. And as you can see, my my little character guy has got some leather armor on. We've got 12 steaks cooked up here, so we do have plenty of food. I'm just going to let that cook. Hopefully my dirt hut doesn't burn down. Let's see. I'm actually going to go ahead and start farming some more cobblestone, because we're going to need quite a bit more of that, because we're eventually going to want to upgrade from a dirt hut to an actual house. So I'm going to go ahead and start just gathering up some materials to do so in one of my later videos. That way I don't have to take care of it then. Cobblestone and dirt and various building supplies come in handy when you're exploring as well. If you need to build like a bridge over water or some lava, or maybe there's like a giant hole or like a crevasse in the cave, you can do so by placing some cobblestone and forming a bridge. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up some cobblestone here. And this weird looking stuff is actually called gravel. It has a weird texture and it sounds kind of funky when you walk over it. But it is picked up like dirt, so it would be used with a shovel. And when you're gathering gravel, it has a chance to drop flint. That little tiny sharp arrowhead looking item is flint. That is the head of an arrow that we can make. We can make flint and steel to start some fires, which we can use for various things later on. But for now, I think the biggest use would be to make arrowheads. So I'm going to go ahead and gather some more cobblestone. Going to go to the jungle over here, gather up some wood. Going to try and get 1 stack of each kind, which 1 stack is usually about 64 pieces. Yep, there's 1 stack of cobblestone. I'm going to go ahead over to this jungle. Now, I am seeing a lot of caves and cobblestone areas, which will make exploring very, very fun. So I can't wait till we start to explore some of these areas. I'm just going to go ahead and spiral my way up this tree here. Just trying to chop it down as best I can. I personally don't like the look of jungle wood, but seeing as how it's the first kind of tree that I saw, and we're mostly going to be using it for sticks and building supplies, I don't see the necessity of having correctly colored wood. Or if you do start to build something, you're not going to want to use 2 different kinds of woods, unless that's a look you're going for. Most people that I know of can't pull off having separate colored like wood blocks in their house, or unless you're trying to do like a checkered patterned floor, things like that. It is starting to get dark out, so I'm gonna cut my gathering. I'm drawing a blank. My gathering, I guess, short. I can't think of what I was trying to say, so I'm just going to go ahead and go inside here. And I'm going to go ahead and create some wooden planks. And I'm going to go ahead and create another chest. And that's also another cool feature. I'm not sure if I demonstrated last video, but it is a paint feature. Or if you just right click and hold and drag, it just paints it into the spots, and you can create things that way. If you put two chests side by side like I had just done, it creates a double wide chest, doubling the inventory space that you can use. You can only put chests certain ways. You can put two up, but since there's a dirt block above it, it's got no room to open. But this one actually has room. This isn't considered a solid block, so it doesn't block that chest from opening. So I'm just going to go ahead and put them side by side here. Deposit my cobblestone, put that gravel away, the flint, the dirt, the wood, and I'm just going to go ahead and break the rest of that jungle wood down. Now, as you can tell, we are starting to get a lot of our supplies built up, which is very good. That means we can start exploring soon. But one thing that we are rather short on is torches. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab 10 pieces of coal. So that's going to be 40 torches. But I only have 6 sticks. So, I'm going to need to make I guess my math was a little off. Anyway, so that's 40 torches. We're actually probably going to need more than that, but we are getting kind of low on coal. So this is all the rest I'm going to make. So that gives us a total of 57 torches. So nighttime is falling again, and that's where I'm going to call this video. It's probably ran a little over 15 minutes, but like I said, I lose track of the time. So I will catch you all later.